Okay.
Yeah.
Your name is
Yes.
Pho? Your name is Pho?
Yes, my name is Phượng.
Okay, nice to meet you. I'm Kirk. Yeah, K-I-R-K. R-K, yeah, K-I-R-K. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm studying at the Academy of Finance.
Oh, great. Are you originally from Hanoi, or are you from a different?
I come from Nam Dinh City.
Okay.
It's the south.
South. Okay.
It's about 100 kilometers.
Okay. Great.
I'm a 30th student.
Yeah. How do you like living in Hanoi? It's a bigger city, right? So are you used to it? Are you used to living in a big city now?
Yes, I'm living in Hanoi now.
Yeah. Do you like it? Yes and no. It depends, right? Some things.
What's your job now?
So I'm from Canada originally, but I live in Hong Kong. I work in Hong Kong, and so I work in as a consultant. So kind of in branding and marketing. Yeah, marketing, advertising, branding. Yeah. Yes.
So you have some.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
You work in Hong Kong.
That's right. Yeah.
It's very close to
That's right. That's on our flag.
national flag.
That's right. Yeah.
So how long have you been in Hanoi?
Actually, we just arrived last night. My girlfriend and I just arrived last night. Yes. And but I came to Hanoi once before, 2005 or 2006. Should be January 2006.
2006.
So about 8.5 years ago. Yeah. So I think Vietnam keeps changing. You know, it keeps developing. Yeah, it's really developing quite quickly.
So what places have you been?
Well, so I remember on that trip in 2006, I visited quite a few places. You know, like I took a train because at that time I was living in China, and I took a train, I think from Nanning to Hanoi, and then I started my trip here, and then I went to Ho Chi Minh. Yes, Ho Chi Minh City, and then I came up the coast, so I think Hoi An and Da Nang and Trang and many of those places I visited, and but this trip is very short. So this time, because my girlfriend and I, we went to Laos. Do you know Laos, the country beside? I don't know how to say it in Vietnamese, but it's the country. So Vietnam is here, and then Vietnam's here, Cambodia, and then Laos. Yes. Yeah, it's a neighboring country. So we spent some time there, but now we just spent 2 days in Hanoi and then back to Hong Kong.
Back to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So, in the places that you have been, which place do you like best?
Oh, it's hard to say. You mean in Vietnam?
In Vietnam.
I don't know. It's hard to say because I think each place is a little bit different, and when I travel, I try to instead of saying, okay, this one's my favorite, number 2, number 3. Instead, I try to think of, well, what do I like about each place? You know.
What do you like?
So, like for me, when in Hanoi, for example, I will just try to really try and eat those local foods, and just try to go to the restaurants where there aren't any other Westerners. Just try to go where the locals go, and exactly, yeah.
So, which food do you like best?
I mean, I love the simple foods. Like I love pho. Like I don't know if I'm saying it right. You know pho?
Yes.
Pho? Yeah.
So do you like street food?
Street food? Yeah, I do.
Like me?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I really like all that stuff. I think Vietnamese food's amazing. Yeah. Really
I
good.
like it too.
Yeah.
It's the culture here.
Yeah. It's great. I think Vietnamese food, it's so fresh and tasty and natural, and that's one thing I'm happy to see that hasn't changed from the last time I was here till now. It stays the same, right? Is that people still enjoy really fresh local food, and it's great.
So, what about
I'm from Canada, so for me, I mean, I prefer cooler weather, but it's okay. I mean, this temperature is okay, but I sweat very easily, so yeah. But I mean, in Hong Kong, it's also hot, so I'm used to it.
So what's the weather like in Canada now?
I mean, in Canada, in the summer, it's, during the day, it's like, it's not too hot, but a little bit, like maybe 25 or 28 degrees. And then in the evening, it's quite cool, maybe like 13 or 14 degrees. And it's just very comfortable, yeah. But in the winter, it's really cold.
So how many seasons?
4 seasons, yeah. Yes.
So which season do you like it?
Well, I mean, I like autumn, the fall. It's kind of cool, and the air is dry and kind of cool and crisp. I like that. Exactly. So what about you? What's your plan after you graduate?
I like strong night. Because I like teaching.
Yeah. Sorry, I was going to say, you're a third year student now. You have 1 more year. And what will you do after you graduate? Will you find a job?
After graduate,
Yes.
I'm going to be an officer.
Okay.
In finance office.
Okay. So does that mean you work for the government or for a bank?
I can do both.
Cool. Yeah.
My major is public finance.
Public finance.
But I learned accounting.
Accounting as well. Good for you. So would you like to find a job in Hanoi? Or do you want to move back to your hometown? Or
I'm still thinking about it.
Sure.
I prefer working in Hanoi.
Yeah. There's probably more chances here, more opportunities.
Yes, I can have more job opportunities.
Yeah.
To access better education conditions.
Yes.
To improve my knowledge.
Yeah.
Improve my language.
Yeah. It's true. I understand. I totally understand. I think cities, I see the same thing everywhere, right? Canada, China, Vietnam, everywhere. Young people, they want to go to the city and sort of get a good education and try and see what opportunities there are. And it's natural. Yeah.
So, in your opinion,
Yeah.
what is better, Hanoi or local countryside? City or countryside?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's hard for me to say. I mean, I don't know. I mean, because I'm just a tourist, right? So for me, as I say, I enjoy both. But if I lived here, if I was a local, or a Vietnamese person, then I would probably do something like you're doing. I would probably try to go to the city and get work on my English, get good English, get a good education, and see what opportunities exist. And I always think you can always move back to your hometown if you want, right? But it's good when you're young, I think, to really aim high. Have some challenges, have some goals, and work hard and try new things, experience new things. Because when you get older, if you have a family, kids, all these responsibilities, it's harder to take chances, right? And I think when you're younger, it's good to experience more things if you have that opportunity. So, yeah.
I have some questions about your personal hobbies.
Yeah, sure.
May I ask you?
Sure, yeah.
Do you like listen to music?
Sure, yeah.
So what kind of music do you like?
I listen to a lot of different kinds of music. I mean, I like rock music, jazz, blues, folk music. I mean, lots of different kinds. Yeah, it really depends. Even some kind of like electronic music. It really depends on my mood.
So do you think that listening to music while studying or working is a good idea?
No, I mean for me, no. I like music, but if I play music, I can't really concentrate on what I'm doing. So for me, music is more like just if I'm taking the bus or subway in a taxi, I'll put on my phone, listen to some music, or if I go running or do some exercise, listen to some music, but not if I'm trying to actually work. How about you?
I also think that I want to concentrate on my study.
Yeah.
So I don't think listening to music while studying is a good idea.
Yeah.
Listening to music is a good idea if I want to relax, get down, like that.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea for studying. I hope that listening to music is a good idea to it's good for your memories.
Right.
But I think it doesn't work with me.
I think, like, for example, I think it depends, right? Like, I've heard, for example, if you listen to, like, some classical music, no words, just very gentle in the background, that can be, maybe that's helpful or that's okay. But if it has, if it's loud, if it's fast music, there's words, then it's a distraction, I think.
Do you like watching things?
I do, yeah. I mean, yeah, movies and some TV shows, I will watch, but it's funny. I don't have a TV now. I watch everything on my computer. So I'll download some movies or TV shows on my computer, watch them. And that way, I can choose, what I watch. If you turn the TV on, sometimes you watch something that you're not really interested in, but it's just on. Yeah. So when I watch a movie or a TV show, I can be more selective.
Do you think that watching films is a waste of time?
No, not at all. I mean, I choose. I don't watch any film. I will choose films. I'm very selective. I will choose, films or TV shows that I think, I'll enjoy or I'll get something out of it. I don't think it's wasteful. I think if you just, again, if you have a TV and you turn it on and you leave it on all the time, you watch lots of things that are a waste of, that could be a waste of time. But if you choose, you limit the amount of time and you only watch things that, are kind of high quality, then it can be very, it makes our lives richer.
So it depends on what you select.
Exactly. So I think it's important to choose what you watch rather than just watch everything. You have to be selective. Just like with people, right? Like friends or people, you don't want to just be friends with everybody. You want someone who has the similar values, is a good influence, right? It's the same thing, Some things are good, some things are not so good. You have to choose.
Are you interested in playing sports?
Well, I do. I don't know if I'm into sports. I like running. But that's just something I do by myself, not really as a sport, just jogging, jogging. I like, sometimes I go to the gym.
Gym?
Yeah, but that's not really a sport, I know. I like to watch sports a little bit, but not, I don't really play any team sports.
Playing sports makes you physically and mentally strong?
Sure, yeah. I think exercise is really, really beneficial, like for the mind and body. Yeah. Yeah. When you exercise, I think you get rid of like a lot of stress, and a lot of people in the city, everyone's very busy. A lot of people say, I don't have time, right? But actually, if you make the time, then you will be more productive. When you do work, you actually be faster, more focused. And you sleep better, everything. So I think exercise is really important. Whether it's a sport or going to the gym or even just going for a walk every day, some kind of physical activity is really important. How about you as a student? Do you play sports or do you do exercise?
I am a teacher. I will study sports in my school.
Yeah.
Like volleyball,
okay.
Basketball, running.
Yep.
But it's not too much.
Okay.
I think it's time.
Right. But I think too, like when you're in school, it's like you have to do a certain sport. But when you're older, when you're working, you can choose to do things you're interested in. Then it's different, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think it makes me flower.
Sure. Yeah.
Flower and
Yeah, I'm sure.
And the last question.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. In your opinion,
Yeah.
how should a good neighbor be?
Good neighbor. Well, I mean, I think a good neighbor should be, you know, like extended family. You know, like you know, you should treat your neighbor as you would want to treat yourself, right? You know, like treat your neighbor the same way you would want them to treat you. So, you know, kind, helpful, you know, protective. You know, you're there for them when they need your help. It's like a community. Sorry. Kind, helpful, and considerate. Yeah, I think those are the main ones. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, really nice to meet you. All right. Thanks.
Next day.
Thanks.